Today, I'm going to show you 12 things a wise person never says. But before that, you need to know these 7 secrets. Let me share a brief story to illustrate this better. Imagine a small village in a tranquil place where a wise old man lived. People often sought his wisdom. Despite his fame, he remained humble. He spent his days connecting with the Creator and pondering the mysteries of existence. Folks from near and far came for his advice on big and small matters, and he always provided wise answers that satisfied everyone. One day, a curious young man from a neighboring village visited the wise man. This young man was known for his ability to make friends and talk about anything. Every day he went out looking for someone to share his life stories with, but he felt an emptiness inside as if something was missing. After listening to the young man and observing him for a while, the wise man gave him a challenge to live in silence for 7 days. Each morning, the wise man would share a lesson of wisdom, reminding the young man that these were truths to live by, not just stories to tell. The young man accepted the challenge. On the first day, as the sun rose, the wise man said, "Never reveal others' secrets. What is shared in confidence must remain confidential. Betraying trust sows discord and damages relationships." The young man listened seriously and accepted the guidance. On the second day, the wise man shared, "Do not reveal all your plans. Not everyone wishes for your success. Sharing your intentions with anyone can attract unnecessary obstacles. Let your results speak for themselves." The young man pondered deeply over these words. On the third day, the wise man said, "Avoid sharing your personal complaints with everyone. Spreading negativity only breeds resentment and doesn't resolve conflicts. Seek reconciliation or forgiveness, but don't let the poison spread." The young man took this wisdom to heart. On the fourth day, the wise man said, "Don't brag about your acts of kindness. True generosity does not seek reward or recognition. Let the action be its own reward and allow your deeds to create invisible but deeply felt ripples of goodwill." The young man felt a deep peace, beginning to understand the depth of the shared wisdom. On the fifth day, the wise man advised, "Avoid speaking about others' flaws and mistakes. It's a destructive habit that leads to pride and resentment. Instead, seek understanding and empathy, for we are all human and imperfect." A feeling of empathy began to grow in the young man as he listened intently, deepening his understanding. On the sixth day, the wise man advised, "Never express your fears without reason to anyone. Expressing them frequently without filter amplifies others' power over you. Instead, seek to understand their origin and face them with courage." For the first time in his life, the young apprentice began to feel the strength in silence and introspection. On the seventh day, as the sun rose, the wise man shared the final piece of wisdom. Avoid making your wealth or possessions a topic of conversation. They do not define your worth or character, and their exposure invites envy and materialism. True wealth lies in your heart and mind, not in your material treasure. Thus, the week of silence ended, and the young man was transformed. He no longer felt the need to fill the silence with words, finding satisfaction in calmness, wisdom in introspection, and strength in silent resilience. He thanked the wise man and departed, not with a story to tell but with deep wisdom to live by. This story illustrates the 7 things we should keep to ourselves, not as secrets but as principles for a harmonious and respectful life. These are others' secrets, personal plans, complaints, acts of kindness, others' flaws, personal fears, and our material possessions. Now that we've learned these 7 important things as sources of wisdom, let's look at the 12 things a wise person never says. Intelligence is not only measured by intellectual capacity or grades, but also by wisdom, decision-making, judgment, and emotional control. A wise person is someone who thinks carefully before speaking to avoid saying something inappropriate, as a wrong phrase can leave a bad impression on others. Before we dive into the first thing a wise person never says, make sure you've liked the video if you're someone who appreciates wisdom. If you wish, comment below with "My heart is open to learning." Number 1. Gossip and spreading rumors. Without a doubt, these are things a wise person wouldn't do. Revealing secrets compromises others' trust in you, thus undermining the foundations of relationships. Wisdom lies in loyalty and the ability to keep confidential information, showing respect for others, and preserving the integrity of relationships. The faithful person, unlike the talkative one, understands that trust is a valuable virtue that must be cultivated and protected, thereby contributing to the building of strong and lasting bonds. Number 2. Rash words. A wise person doesn't say everything they think but thinks through everything they say. A wise individual knows how to control their tongue and carefully considers their words to avoid causing harm to themselves or others. Speaking hastily often results in undesirable consequences, reflecting impulsivity and a lack of consideration. An intelligent person avoids uttering words without contemplating the possible implications, recognizing that impulsive communication can cause emotional wounds and misunderstandings. Wisdom resides in the careful choice of words, using them as tools for building and healing rather than instruments of destruction, unlike what many people do. Number 3. Provocations. Some people enjoy provoking others and causing problems. Do you know someone like that? Avoiding provocations and disputes demonstrates an individual's emotional intelligence, as they recognize that seeking conflict leads to unnecessary tensions and the deterioration of relationships. In today's world, where everything is quite dangerous, even a small dispute can sometimes lead to tragedies. A wise person recognizes this and understands that effective communication is not based on heated arguments, but on constructive and respectful dialogues. It is better to have peace than to be right. Let the foolish and the proud fight for it. Move on without harming anyone, for sooner or later, the law of sowing applies. Number 4. Lying. We all lie occasionally, and in some cases, lying is necessary. For instance, in extreme situations where the truth might put someone in imminent danger, trigger unnecessary conflicts, or cause irreparable tensions. Unfortunately, some people seem to live a life entirely based on lies. An intelligent person understands that honesty is the foundation of long-lasting and healthy relationships. Lies not only undermine trust but also create a complex web of falsehoods that eventually become unsustainable. Number 5. Mocking people. Many people mock others for often trivial reasons like skin color, beliefs, or social class. This attitude reveals not only a lack of empathy but also an absence of emotional intelligence. Intelligent people recognize that mutual respect is essential for building healthy and productive relationships. A thoughtless individual doesn't measure the consequences of their actions, preferring to offend and even fall into traps to affect or hurt the other in some way. Mocking often reflects personal insecurities and is an inappropriate strategy for managing differences. A wise person avoids these behaviors and chooses to promote an environment of respect and tolerance. Number 6. Never promise anything lightly. There's nothing more frustrating than relying on someone who has promised something and doesn't fulfill their commitments. Some people have the bad habit of making promises they don't keep. An intelligent person understands the importance of honoring their commitments and recognizes that making impulsive promises can bring future difficulties. A wise individual will properly evaluate their own limits and commitments before taking on responsibilities. Number 7. Words fueled by anger. Being carried away by words in a conflict or argument is very complicated, as it can cause irreversible problems. Speaking words fueled by anger is a practice that reveals a momentary lack of emotional control and can have lasting repercussions on interpersonal relationships. An intelligent person understands that anger is a fleeting emotion and avoids communicating impulsively during moments of emotional intensity. You may have heard the saying, "It takes two to tango." Indeed, a wise person prefers to withdraw from the argument, even if they are right, to avoid losing that right with unfiltered words. An intelligent person prefers to calm down and reorganize their thoughts before defending their point of view in the conversation. Wisdom is manifested in the ability to remain calm and controlled, even in emotionally charged situations. Wise people know that words spoken in anger can cause deep and lasting wounds. Therefore, they choose to pause and reflect before responding, understanding that a measured and conscious reaction is always more effective than an impulsive response. Moreover, by managing anger with serenity, not only are unnecessary conflicts avoided, but the quality of interpersonal relationships is also strengthened. A wise person is aware that every word carries weight and consequences, and that's why they choose to communicate respectfully and constructively, even in moments of tension. This ability for self-control and reflection is a sign of true emotional intelligence and contributes to a more harmonious and understanding environment. Ultimately, the ability to manage emotions and choose the right words is essential for maintaining peace and respect in all human interactions. Number 8. Judging someone's appearance. Judgments about others' appearances are delicate territory that only a wise individual would avoid exploring. Intelligent people know that expressing opinions about someone's physical appearance can be harmful and offensive, which guides wisdom. Instead of making superficial comments, a wise person chooses to abstain, recognizing that such observations can cause discomfort and negatively impact relationships. When faced with signs that someone's appearance indicates things aren't going well, a wise person acts prudently, seeking discreet ways to offer support, thus avoiding unnecessary embarrassment. In the end, true wisdom lies in the sensitivity to respect individual differences and the understanding that each person deserves to be accepted as they are, free from inappropriate judgment. Number 9. Overgeneralizations. Avoiding generalizations and stereotypes is fundamental for intelligent and respectful dialogue. Intelligent people recognize the uniqueness of each individual and understand that generalizations often create a distorted and unjust reality. When someone states, "All people of a certain ethnicity behave the same way," it reveals a profound lack of knowledge and sensitivity. Generalizations undermine the complexity and diversity of human experiences, leading to prejudices and misconceptions. A wise person seeks to see beyond stereotypes and strives to understand each person as an individual with their own stories, characteristics, and unique perspectives. Number 10. Words devoid of empathy. Empathy is the ability to put oneself in another's place to understand and share their feelings. A wise person knows how to listen with empathy and avoids expressing words that could be insensitive or indifferent. Lack of empathy can manifest in words that diminish or invalidate others' experiences. By choosing words that show understanding and compassion, a wise person fosters a connection that goes beyond superficial interaction. Empathetic communication builds trust and mutual respect, promoting a sense of solidarity and support in relationships. Number 11. Negative and self-defeating affirmations. A wise person avoids affirmations that limit or diminish themselves or others. Negative self-talk or belittling others reflects a lack of self-confidence and can become a self-fulfilling prophecy. An intelligent individual understands the power of words to shape reality and prefers to focus on positive and empowering affirmations. By avoiding negative language, a wise person promotes a mindset of growth and resilience, both in themselves and in others. Number 12. Underestimating others' abilities. Belittling or underestimating someone's capabilities reveals not only a lack of respect but also a limited understanding of human potential. Intelligent people recognize that everyone has unique talents and abilities, and that underestimating others only creates barriers to collaboration and mutual growth. A wise person seeks to appreciate and encourage the potential in others, fostering an environment where everyone can thrive and contribute their best. And there you have it, the 12 things a wise person never says. I hope you find these insights helpful in your journey towards wisdom and better communication. Thank you for watching. If you found these insights valuable, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe for more wisdom. And before you go, here's something extraordinary I want to share with you. NASA scientists have developed a revolutionary 7-minute audio called GeniusWave that helps unlock your brain's full potential. Imagine attracting success and happiness effortlessly. Our subscriber Nelson did just that. He rekindled his relationship and landed a promotion at work using this amazing tool. To discover how you can transform your life too, click the link in the description below. Don't miss out on this opportunity.